Good morning, children. I am Kamalakar from Montessori Group of Schools, Telangana. Okay, today we are going to discuss 8th class physical science, first chapter force. Let's see what is force and let's go on. Suppose in our day-to-day life, we will do lot of things. We will do many works, walking, running, brushing. We will do lot of works at our home as well, playing. Okay, in all these works, we need to apply some amount of force to lift the objects or to throw the balls while playing, to hold the brush while brushing. So we will do lot of works. So in all the works, we have to apply some amount of force. That all we know. But can anybody say what is force? Okay, to understand that, let's see some examples. Suppose assume this is one table, okay, and say one person is trying to push the table away from him. Okay, the person is trying to push the table away from him, and in the same way take another table and one person is trying to pull the table towards him. Okay, in both the cases, one person is trying to push the table away from him and one other person trying to pull the table towards him. In both the cases, if you see this person applying some amount of force, nothing but he is pushing the table away from him. Okay, in this case, he is pushing the table, and in this case, he is pulling the table towards him. Okay. So I think by this example you can understand what is force. The person is pushing the table and this person is pulling the table. Nothing but either push or pull applying on one object is treated as force. See now, force is nothing but push or pull on any object is called force. Push or pull on any object is called force. Either that may be pull or push. Okay. Now let's take some examples. Suppose let's take some examples in which case push is involving and pulling is involving. Suppose I am writing on the board with the chalk. So I have to push the chalk towards the board to hold it on the board exactly. I have to push, means I am applying some amount of force. In the same way, to hold the chalk in my hands, I have to push my fingers towards the chalk. I have to push the fingers towards the chalk. So I am applying some amount of force. Suppose you are walking on a road, nothing but you will push the land, the ground, the surface of the ground with your legs, means you are applying some amount of force. Okay, so in such like that, in which case you are applying a push or pull, we can say that is a force. Okay, and force is a vector. Force is a vector quantity. You will get the doubt, sir, what is vector? Let's see what is vector. See now, every physical quantity is divided into two types. Every physical quantities are two types. Suppose take the two quantities are, one is scalar, one is vector. One is scalar and one is vector. Scalar is nothing but a physical quantity which has magnitude. Physical quantity which has magnitude but no direction. Which has no direction. That is called as a scalar. Okay. The same way, if you go to vector, vector quantity is nothing but a physical quantity which has magnitude as well as direction. The physical quantity which has direction along with the magnitude is called as a vector. Now here the force has direction. In which direction the force is being applied? The push or pull is being applied, means it has the direction. So it comes under the vector quantity. Okay, force is a vector quantity, not the scalar one. And SI units of force are newtons. Newtons are the SI units of force and denoted by capital N. Okay. Now let's see the types of forces. Okay, let's see the types of forces. So we will think we'll listen many types of works, but forces are mainly classified into two types. One is non-contact force, and second one is contact force. One is contact force and another one is non-contact force. See, what is non-contact force? Suppose take one example. Children, can you say what is this? Yes, this is a bar magnet. This is a bar magnet. Okay, and we know what a magnet can do. Suppose if you are placing an iron nail just nearby that bar magnet, we well know that this iron nail can be attracted by that magnet, that can come towards the magnet and can be attached to the magnet by itself whenever we are placing near to that. So here the magnet can apply some amount of force on the iron nail, okay, without any direct physical contact. Just taking the magnet near to the top of iron nail without any physical contact, by a distance itself, the iron nail can be attracted, can pull towards the magnet. The iron nail can attracted by that magnet. Okay, so by a distance itself, without any physical contact, that is being applied, the force is being applied without any physical contact, that is comes under non-contact force. Without contact, the force is being applied on the object, so that is called as a non-contact force. And example for non-contact force is magnetic force. Magnetic force. And let's see what is contact force. Contact force, I think by this you can know well this one. Contact force is nothing but the force, not like this. The force is being applied by direct physical contact. Suppose I am applying the force on the chalk, means I am applying a force by my fingers on the chalk by direct physical contact. So here in this case, the force is being applied is called as a contact force. Means there should be a contact between the object which is applying the force on which the force is being applied. Okay, now both objects should be in contact. In such case, the force is being applied is called as a contact force. And the best example for that is muscular force. Muscular force is the best example for the contact force. Nothing but, see, all my body muscles will apply the force on the chalk by holding it. The muscles, nothing but then the fingers are applying the force on the chalk. So in this case, the force applied is called as a muscular force, that is by direct physical contact. So it is a contact force. Okay, now, and this non-contact force is also called as a force at a distance. Force at a distance. Nothing but at a distance also it is applying the force. So force at a distance, and also called as a field force. Also called as a field force. Okay, why it is called as field force? Let's discuss. Okay, let's discuss first contact forces. Okay, so here to say a force is a contact force, there should be a physical contact between the two objects. Between two objects there should be physical contact. What are the two objects? One object which is applying the force and the other object on which the force is being applied. The both objects should be in contact. Suppose you take suppose say this is one table or box or anything, one object, and one person is trying to push the object by keeping his hands on the box. He is pushing the box, nothing but he is applying the force. Okay, so the box may move towards the right side, nothing but in which direction the force is being applied, in that direction the object may comes into the motion. Okay, in which direction the force is being applied, that object moves in that direction. In this case we are using which type of force? Pushing the box, nothing but using our muscular force. Muscular force will, whatever the work we are doing in our day to day life, okay, in all the cases we will apply the muscular force. That is one example for the contact forces. Muscular force, the force which is being applied by using the body muscles, that is called as a muscular force. Okay, not only the human beings, even all the animals which are using their muscles to do lot of works, the force which is being applied by using their muscles is nothing but the muscular force. Okay, by using this muscular force we will do lot of works. Okay, so here pushing the table, brushing, walking, okay, in all the cases we will apply the muscular force. That is one of the example for the contact force. Okay, now let us see the same example. Suppose you applied some amount of force, say F. After pushing by applying some amount of force, it moves some distance and again comes to rest. We all know that some other force is also being applied on that in its opposite direction. Or let us take one other example. Suppose you are applying or you are kicking a ball in the ground while playing. You kicked one ball in the ground. Okay, on the surface the ball moves like this, and after moving some distance it comes to rest. We all know that. Can you tell me why it comes to rest? We applied no force, by that force it can move, but why it comes to rest? Can anybody say? Let us see. By your force it is moving, at the same time while it is moving on the surface of the ground, some opposite force also can be applied by the ground itself. By the ground on the ball, an opposite force also can be applied on the ball. Okay, that opposite force which is applying by the ground here is called as friction. Friction. Okay, when one object is moving on any surface, the opposite surface, the ground applies an opposite force to that relative motion of the ball by physical contact, direct physical contact between the ball and the surface is called here the friction. And friction is being applied by the direct physical contact. That is why this friction is also one of the contact force. And friction is nothing but the force which is applied by the opposite surface by direct contact at the point of contact, and that is opposes the relative motion of the object. That is called as a friction, and that is being applied by the direct contact. So, that is also called as a contact force. Okay. Next, suppose assume this is the table, and we know that suppose if you are placing a book, say that this is book placed on a table. Can we say the book can fall down or stays on the table itself? Yes, we know that the book cannot fall down, that stays on the table itself. Suppose if you are placing the book here, we well known that falls down. Means some amount of force is applied that is taking towards down. We know that is gravitational force. Okay, and here that to do not fall it down, the table is applying some amount of force on the book in its opposite direction, nothing but towards upside to make it keep it there itself. Okay, so that is the force which is being applied. Can you say the surface is like this, right? Exactly horizontal, and the book may fall down if there is no table like this downside. In its opposite direction, a force is being applied by the table. Can you say this direction of the force is perpendicular to this, like this, perpendicular, nothing but a 90 degrees. So a force is being applied by the surface at the point of contact in its perpendicular direction, nothing but here the perpendicular direction is called as a normal. Normal is nothing but, we will say normal means ordinary, not that one. Normal means here a perpendicular. So in the direction of that perpendicular, a force is applying. That force is called as a normal force. That is called as a normal force. And the normal force is being applied by direct physical contact, nothing but at point of contact in the direction of normal to this. This is the surface, this is the direction of the normal, nothing but the perpendicular. So in the direction of normal, a force is being applied at the point of contact. That force is called as a normal force. Suppose the surface is like this and the object is like this. Okay, and to this surface the normal direction is this. Okay, normal is nothing but the perpendicular. So in that direction the force is being applied is called as a normal force. Okay, that is normal force and generally denoted as Fn, normal force. Okay. Okay, take the same example, and here the book is applying some amount of force towards its down, nothing but that we can call as the gravitational force. And in the same way this table is also applying some amount of force towards upside, nothing but in the direction of normal, that is called as a normal force, already we discussed. And the book is not moving here and there, that is just we kept on the table, that is staying there itself, nothing but the normal force and the gravitational force are treated as equal. Normal force and the gravitational force are both are equal. That is why book can stays there itself, nothing but F net force acting on the book is gravitational force minus normal force, that will be treated as equals to 0. So normal force, both the forces acting in opposite direction. So the net force acting between the on that book is equals to 0, nothing but the book stays there itself, doesn't move left or right or down or top, doesn't move and stays there itself. That is because of no net force is acting on that. Okay. Today we discussed what is force, and in that what are the types of forces, nothing but contact forces and non-contact forces. Definitions we discussed, and in the contact forces we discussed a number of some examples like muscular force, friction and a normal force. Okay, just your assignment is now just you go through with the page numbers 1, 2 and 3, nothing but the force, and in that non-contact forces definitions, and contact forces, friction, muscular force and a normal force. Okay, you go through with that and we will discuss the next one in the next class.